Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to look at the routers I have on hand and see what I can come up with to route these wall panels. So this is what I have. This router right here will work for what I need to do. What I got to do is mount these two bits, a tongue and groove bit, one in each router. I need a big router that has variable speed. Both of these have variable speed. I believe this is, I believe this is the speed right here. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. But I believe these two are variable speed, and they're both big enough, I believe, to handle these router bits. I'll put this one on the big Porter cable. Well, they're all Porter cable except for that little DeWalt there. And I'll put this single one on this smaller router. I believe this is either 12 or 12.5 amps. And this one is 15 amps. They advertised pretty big horsepowers back in the day, but I don't believe that they're anywhere near that. I believe they called this a 2.5 horsepower, and this one a 3.5, and this one a 1.5. This is way too small. This is obviously way too small, so it's between these two. So I got to make sure that these things work. The cord on this is completely toast. I can get a new cord for like 13, 14 bucks on Amazon, and I think I'm going to do that right away. Get a cord with a molded on plug. This would be 14 gauge, and this one has a good cord. There was something wrong with the switch. I can't remember if it was the lock on or if it was the switch itself. I'll have to find that out. And this doesn't have a base to it. Once I get it off of this plate here, I can measure it the way it is, but I'll measure it once I get it off the plate and see if I can find one. I looked a little while ago and I could not find this 7529. None of the plates that I found had that model number, so I should be able to find one though. I'll just have to get the size and order that. So the first thing I really need to do is try starting both of these and see how they run. I know the cord is terrible on this, but it should start okay. And I'm not real sure on this one. I think I'll start it mounted to the base like this, so it's got some heft to it. Yeah, I should be able to get at that trigger. I'll pull this stuff off, get this plugged in, and we'll test these two out. Well, I'll test that one out while I'm at it as well. But I do believe this one is going to work as well. You can see it's in need of a cord as well. And Porter Cable, they're still in business, but I don't know. They're not much of a name anymore. They were top of the line for skill saws, routers, and a bunch of other stuff for a while there in the 80s, but they've really gone downhill as far as I can tell. Anyway, let's try these 3 Porter cables out, see if they run. If they do, I'll take this one apart. We'll order a cord for this one and a base for this one, and we'll see if I need to get something for this trigger or not. And yeah, I really should get a cord for this as well. We'll see if we can find one that has a strain relief like that, or if I can just get a strain relief. And, well, the cord is actually good. Maybe if I just find a strain relief. All right, let's plug these in and test them out. All right. Well, so far so good. little bit dry in there. I don't know. But I do believe it's going to work. All right. We're not going to be using this one, but test this out as well. Yeah, with these you never know. With just a switch like that, what does that say? Yeah, it's off. Turn it on and the router's on. Yeah, that one sounds better. I think we might have old bearings in this one, but I don't believe there's any run out in the collet. Let me check that real quick. No run out at all. But it does sound like the bearings are a bit on the dry side. Okay. I do believe that's why this stuff is on here, to hold it on, and to turn it on and off, you just plugged it in because this switch was not working. We'll have to take that apart and see if we can figure that out. Alright, all of this stuff is unplugged. Let's see if we can get the router off of that base and figure out what base to get for this. This thing was loose. Can't remember the last time I used this. I only used it a few times. Well, if worst comes to worst, I can use this as a base, just clean it up and get the right screws for it. These oval head screws are incorrect. It should have had flathead screws in there. Okay, tape measure 6.5. I know most of the bases on these are 5.5. Yeah, that one's 5.5. And I believe on the big router it's 7-inch. Let's measure that. Yep, 7-inch. So we got 5.5, 6.5, and 7-inch bases. So let me look for a base for this, and I'll report back to you in just a little bit. Okay, I got it figured out now. I believe this was a 2.25 horsepower, and the big one was a 3.25. Well, I know the big one is 3.25, but it's kind of hard to find info on these. They don't make them anymore. I need to find out about this switch, and then I know I can get this running. I believe it's just the lock that's broken, but we'll find out. So I ordered a sheet of 1/4-inch Lexan for the base. I'll make a base. I'll make a video on that. I've done it before. It's not too hard, but you can make a really nice exact base for these things. All right. Yeah, the lock doesn't work. And that locks it out as well. Alright, let's give this a shot. Okay, we'll make it work. I also ordered a new cord for the other one, so when both of those get here, we'll fix both routers and then we'll install these cutters and get everything nice and tuned up, and then these are going to stay on there until this whole stack of plywood's gone. I'll have one extra router, the little one, well, I'll have the 2 little ones for other stuff that I'll need to do, and there is other stuff that I need to do. Hopefully these little routers will be up to the task. Yeah, look at all that rust. These have been sitting out in an unheated shed for years, and before that they were in a shipping container, but before that they were in an unheated shop. So these have been out in the elements for about 20 years. And once they burn out, they don't make the parts anymore, so that's it. Yeah, I don't know what this was here. Oh, that's the knob for the stop. I don't need to use the stop, but it'd be nice to. Alright, well, that was a short video, but I found out what I need to do to use these routers. I don't know how long these routers are going to last. This one is probably 25 years old. This one is probably 35 years old, and the bearing sounds like it's going on it, so hopefully it makes it through all of the wood here. So I have the cord ordered for this, and Lexan to make a base for this, and once that stuff comes, I'll just put it in a single video, and I'll put that on Trapdoor Woodworks, our woodworking channel. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. And until then, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing out here. One thing I need to do is get the fixture that goes above the door out there. I have a fixture, but it didn't come in black. I need to paint that black and get that installed. I needed to have these girts on so that I could run the wire. I'm going to run it through at an angle right here, and then there's 1.5 inch space here, so I can come right through here and go down right behind these girts, and I need to get it in this area here so that I can hook a switch up to it when I get to that. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I have a couple other things I need to do as well, so if you want to see that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.